amount of things that are dangerous should be easier and easier to see because they're trying to be hidden. Something that's hiding exposes itself easier because the truth. And that's easy to say, but extremely hard to perform. You would have to be like James Bond with the ability to see all these things of an occurrence in real time happening. Or in film, just knowing how like there's filters of red, blue, yellow, these are all classic, and they denote motions of people feeling. And there's also these either straight lines or circles, and these are in pictorials of any frames. And so bashing those two together, you should be able to deduct covalent bonds and isotopes. It should be easy to read between the lines when it is in stuff like a cigarette, a vape pen, someone who's creepy having it on their finger and running up to people. A cell and an atom. You don't want to overshoot either of them. The existence of us is denoted by vitamins. How much vitamins and minerals made up in food are adjuvant cut with stuff that would make you sick if you were only single-celled. We all have emerged from single cells as zygotes into fetuses. That sounds like a Klingon kind of like talking about sci-fi, but it's as real as it gets. And I mean that in a literal sense. How much adjuvant GMO? No, it does taste good, but how much of that, if you were single-celled as you were in the past, would it take to cut you out? Cut you out meaning lose your limbs. If you cut a tendon in your thighs, you'll be disabled until those pieces are severed back together. I know that because my collarbone has been placed back together after it's been severed. So it can occur, but in that moment it's disabled. Your collarbone isn't going to disable because your arm from working, your muscles are still attached. But if you sever your muscle on your thighs, a certain one, it will disable your leg from moving. How is that an occurrence of GMO to a single-celled zygote? I think your genes are in a protective amount. And when there's an angle, the opposite direction of an angle would mean it's negative. More of this later. As in right now. So your genes is a double helix. If you're measuring an angle to the outside and inside, those are not the same angle. So one's negative and one's positive. This is important when you're summing up stuff, to have a value of knowing a positive or value or negative value. Not to be confused with the two, because I think that's the difference of life and death if you're giving a whole bunch of GMO to a zygote, as it's being turned into a single cell if time was going in reverse. That's the name of the game.